Hello friends, welcome back. Imagine if instead of clicking buttons in your application, you could just tell the system, hey, create a user named William Jackson or delete user John Doe. And the AI understands your request, decides which backend API to call, and executes it automatically. In this video, I'll show you how we built an agentic AI application using .NET and Angular, where AI can actually call our APIs as tool and perform actions inside our system. So come, it'll be interesting. Let's get started. Normally, AI just answers the question, right? But agentic AI can take actions by calling tools or APIs. I wanted to first show you what application we have built. It's very easy and simple application just for this demo purpose. Okay, so we have an database called Learn Smart Coding Agentic User Portal, where we have roles, user roles, and profiles. The primary is the profiles table. So if I execute this, you can see today we have 33 records. There could be some users repeated, most of them are unique, right? And these are our use cases. So here is what we wanted to know from the UI, from the portal. Let's say this is a portal where user will click on some buttons to edit, delete, or create a user. But to avoid completely, we have built an intelligent AI system where you just tell as a command and AI can understand and do on behalf of your command. So what I meant is, I am running this application. This application is completely there in the GitHub repository. Do not worry about those codings. So all what we have is there are 4 endpoints, which is to get all the users, create user, particularly search some users, delete an user. And this is our core thing. Okay, so these APIs are now called as tools. Okay, so before we go over the demo, I will quickly show you how the data will look like. So if you look at this, this is the user controller where it is endpoints that we are referring to. And agentic controller is what something we built. Okay, so if you look at this, there is an execute method, which is an endpoint. What this is going to do is, it is going to take the command from the user. We will build a rule set for the AI. In our case, we are using OpenAI. So these are the rules that OpenAI should understand and act on based on our rules. So what do? We have described here. That it is an assistant, admin assistant for the user management system. It can do certain tasks by calling the tools. And you can look at this. We are telling for create users, call this one and then respond with a confirmation. For delete, first search, and if you find one, delete it. If you find more than one, multiple matches, stop it and ask which one to delete. These are the rules. Similarly, if somebody is giving some email ID, they can call this one. So these are the rules. We are telling with definition. We're defining the rules and context to the user, to the AI. Okay. So where is this context? If you scroll down below, these are the tools. Okay. So these are the tools information. So if this is the name of the tool, it has a description. Okay, so these are the definitions. So we have these many definitions. Okay, and what we are going to do is we are going to put some breakpoint and I'll exactly show you how this works. Okay, so we come here, we are saying search for user Michael John. Great, let's click on this. It goes to our endpoint. What it is doing, it is calling the OpenAI with the messages that we sent. We sent these things. We sent the instruction that you saw above, right? That instruction. And then we are also saying search for user Michael John. This is the command which you gave, like a user gave. Now for that, API responded. The OpenAI responded like this. So it has some response and we will go over the response. So we'll go inside this. And then how many we have. So we are extracting what tools to call. Look at this. It is telling the name search user. Based on the command, OpenAI is now giving a tool that, hey, you have to search the user. Okay, so now we will go to this method which will have a switch case. The function is search user. Where is this going? It goes to this one because OpenAI tells that, hey, based on the command, you have to first search the user. Okay, fine. So let's search it. Once you search, I'm going to respond it. Okay, and then the results were sent back to the OpenAI again. You can look at this. The OpenAI data, we sent the response to the OpenAI. I found one user match and then it returned some values. Okay, so now if I execute, it returns some data for us. I found one user matching the name this. How can I assist you with this user? We will say, fine, you got it. Delete this user. Again, we executed it. We sent this information as a command, delete this user. So now OpenAI responded what to do. Now look at this one. If I go over, it is now telling first search the user. Okay, first search the user. So which means it will go here. It will search the user. It got an answer, right? And then we are going to call this OpenAI again, but this time we will send them back what we got. These are the information that we got. See, look at this. If you look at this information, we are sending back what we got. This is the information that we got from our database. Now, once we send this information to the OpenAI, OpenAI now tells what to do. See, now let's go over. Let's see what OpenAI said. OpenAI said that, okay, there is only one user. Now call this tool, call delete user tool. We'll go here. It is deleting the actual user, which means it will now respond to us that the user Michael has been successfully deleted. Let's go and verify this. Let's see. I'm going to run this and you see this. Michael Johnson has been marked as deleted. This is a soft delete. But let's say we are going to delete this user. Okay. What happens to this word? I'm going to just run and see what happens. See, now it responded, there are multiple users named this. Please provide additional details such as email address of the user that you want to delete to help identify the correct record. This is something that OpenAI has told the user, be specific. Okay, so let's be specific. Okay, so let's say, hey, delete this user with email ID as this. Let's see what happens. I'm executing it. I'm going to remove this breakpoint. So it is first searching by email ID because we gave an email ID. So we got some result. We are now feeding this to the OpenAI again. If you look at this, we are feeding this information to the OpenAI. Okay. Now OpenAI will determine based on what we fed what to do. So if you look at this, let's see what it is doing. So now it is telling, oh, okay, so only one user, call this tool, call delete user. I'm going to run this. The user has been deleted. The user Ajit Kumar has been successfully deleted. And let's verify this. I run this. See, it's deleted. Okay, so let's make something interesting. Okay. So now I'm saying, hey, create a user named Karthikanan with email ID as this. Execute this. It's going to hit this breakpoint. I'm going to run this. And let's see what happens. User Karthikanan has been successfully created with this email ID. So it knows what to do. So ideally 33 records. Let's see how many records is that. 34 record. See, this was created. How intelligent is it, right? So basically, this is something that we have built and we use our own APIs as a tool. So we have used OpenAI in this case. Agentic AI is going to change how we interact with enterprise systems. Instead of navigating complex portals or anything, user can simply tell the system what they want to do and then the AI can decide what has to be done. Alright, so if you enjoyed this video, subscribe to the channel. We have built more practical AI plus developers tools like this. Stay tuned and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more tech tutorials. And don't forget to hit the bell icon to get notified when we post new videos. If you have any questions or suggestions, leave them in the comments below. Happy coding!